start of Nelson Mandela's walk to freedom. And a day this family unwittingly became part of history. As he sped towards Cape Town and Madiba's first public speech in decades, the driver took the wrong turn and ended up here in Rondebosch, outside Vanessa Watson's home. What do you remember about that day?
Okay, well, it was the afternoon of the day that Mandela was released, and we knew that he was on his way to the parade to make his first appearance and speech. My twins were 1 year old, and I was not going to the parade. I was sitting inside watching television and waiting for Mandela to appear.
Little did you know.
Little did I know. And at about 5 o'clock, a friend of mine came and knocked on the door and said, "Do you know that Mandela's sitting outside your house?" We walked around the corner carrying the babies, and there was Mandela's cars parked in the road, himself and Winnie in the front car. And when I saw him, I raised my hand in a salute, and he beckoned us towards the car. So we walked up the road carrying the baby, and he wound down the window and said to me, "Can I hold your child?" And I passed Simon through the window, and he bounced him on his knee and said, "Why did you call him Simon?" And, chatted with him, and then handed him back and wanted to hold the other twin. I passed Daniel through the window, and Daniel cried a bit, but he he asked about Daniel and then passed him back as well.
Did you ever expect to have him right outside your house?
That I never in a million years would I have expected that. That was an incredible thing to happen. And it's been a really meaningful event, I think, in my life and the children's lives.
It was one of the first documented Madiba magic moments that went on to define the man who stole hearts and won minds across a fractured nation. The twins are now in their 20s, and though they remember little of the day they met a global icon, the story had stayed with them throughout their lives.
I think for quite a few years after that, we still didn't really understand anything about the political situation in South Africa at the time, and how much it was changing right then. He'll probably be remembered as one of the greatest men ever to live, and what he was associated with kind of relieved a lot of tension in South Africa and certainly saved a lot of bloodshed.
No, not just a brilliant politician, but a brilliant person. And I think what you see on the outside when you see him on TV it's not just a show, it's how he really is.
So did some of the Madiba magic rub off on these young men? They're too modest to say, but as they look to careers in civil engineering and law, they will treasure the moment they brushed and will continue to pass on the story for generations to come.
Know more about your world. eNCA.com